guys, in this video today we're going to be taking a look at what I think is going to be 4 really solid picks for scout rifles for the Grandmaster Nightfalls coming up. Actually, really scaringly soon. So these are in no particular order. Alright. And there's one that's actually going to be 2. So just bear with me on that. So this kind of like 1.5, okay? Now, all the gameplay you're going to see is not done in any Nightfalls. It's just me taking the guns out in different things and putting them through their paces, alright? Just so I can get some notes. Now, the first one on the list is a blast from the past. This is an old favorite of mine from Destiny 1. Alright, and we are talking about none other than the infamous Hung Jury. The arrowhead break, full bore, alloy magazine, fluted barrel, moving target, and wellspring. And this one has a stability masterwork. Alright, now this is the hot rodded version, aka the adept version. Alright, small bore, appended mag, alloy magazine, surplus, bottomless grief, let's go, adrenaline junkie, let's go, and a reload speed masterwork. And just so you guys are aware, those you don't know, the adept ones can take special mods like that one right there, the adept big one spec, okay? Or you can hot rod any other stat like stability, reload, handling, okay? Now, or you can use full auto retrofit on it. So there you go. Okay, Hung Jury, I really like the Hung Jury. It has been a favorite of mine from Destiny 1. Alright, anytime I needed a scout rifle for something, I always went to the Hung Jury. I really like how fluid the gun feels, how easy it is to use. The sight picture is really good. It's a really small, it's like a small red dot micro. So for those of you who are actually familiar with sights like that, there you go. This is a really easy sight because also not only that, your eye will actually trace towards the center of it. Now another thing as well, the reload speed is actually not too bad. As you see there, I mean, like drop the mag, and before the mag hits the ground, you already got your second one in. Alright, so let's go on that. This thing has been my little jewel for when I need scout rifle. Alright, so that, let's say that much right there. Now, with bottomless grief, if you're the last remaining member of fire team, you get a kill, magazine's reloaded instantly. So back up to 20 every time. Alright, and big one spec, this thing hits like a sledgehammer. Okay. And the fire rate, not too bad. I would personally recommend something like explosive rounds to help pierce the barriers a little bit easier. And on top of that, do a little bit more damage as well. Auto-loading holster, maybe warp a weapon. Bottomless grief is good, really good trait to have as well. It's like a last-ditch, you know, safety net. Masterworks, I would go with something like reload speed, stability, handling. So you can have a really solid performer for your grandmasters. Alright. I see this captain here, he was getting on my nerves. He didn't like my Hung Jury, so he wanted me to show me his. So, well, he's about to get a little surprise, and I'll give you guys a hint to a video I'm actually working on. Alright. I see you peeking. You know what? Nah. There's your hint. Alright, next one is the hakke perses-d with full bore, tac mag, alloy mag, rapid hit, opening shot, hakke breach armors for the origin trait, and this one has a handling masterwork. Now, I like the hakke perses-d, a little bit harder hitting than the Hung Jury, but not the adept Hung Jury. I just say though, it's really easy to kind of move around corners with, and it's really easy to track your targets because I really like that sight. It's another red dot micro-esque sight, so that's a really good sight there. On top of that, you know, like I said, with the reticle being red, your eye's going to shift towards that center dot really fast. Alright, and it does really good damage up against little smaller ads. Alright, like these little guys here, just 1, 2, thanks for playing. Big old knight there, he wasn't too happy about me being there. Alright, so yeah, he kind of met the perses-d. And it's a stasis scout rifle too, so there you go for your stasis builds. And I'm going to deal with him real quick. But the next one is one that's an old returning favorite that I've actually really enjoyed using from Destiny 1 as well. And we are talking about the Vision of Confluence. This one has arrowhead break, hammer forged rifling, flared magwell, light mag, rewind rounds, full auto trigger system, and a handling masterwork. Alright, this is a solar scout. As you're seeing here, the rewind rounds is actually really nice because you can get precision hits and get those rounds back. Okay. And it's actually really, really nice, hard-hitting, accurate little scout. I would definitely recommend something like explosive rounds, rewind rounds, if you can get that. Full auto trigger, dragonfly, just for fun. Alright, also, I wanted to extend this out a little bit just as well because there is a hot rod version, or a quote-unquote adept version called the time lost. Your time lost is going to be, random rolls, but you're going to have selectable perks in multiple columns. So you can kind of fine-tune the gun to what you want, but overall, the Vision of Confluence is a really, really solid pick, especially for dealing with solar shielded enemies. This is going to be really good because you break their shields with solar weapons. That's going to be really, really effective. Alright. Missed a few shots there. Now, sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I would just been acting up on me. But as you see, it's able to get those shots out pretty quick. I do like the full auto trigger system on this. So I'm able to just hold it down because I'm so used to assault rifles and machine guns. So that's kind of my deal there. Now, another thing too. I do like the sight. A lot of your scouts are going to have these smaller sight pictures on them, so that's going to be really handy as well. Especially if you're a grandmaster, because you're going to be watching around every corner, everything that's going to happen. Alright, see, and rewind rounds kicks in, and there you go. Alright, now I'm going to deal with these other ads here. Oh, sorry about that. Now, what I'm going to try to do is I try to challenge myself to get the 15 rounds back, but he was making me angry. Alright. So anyway, this next one on the list here is one that, honestly, I don't ever get a lot of stuff like this, so this is really, really unique for me. This next one here is none other than the Scholar. This one has extended barrel, extended mag, light mag, opening shot, and snapshot. And this one also has a range masterwork. Alright. The sight on this one is a little bit bigger, a little bit clunkier, but this thing does hit pretty hard, as you're seeing in the background gameplay. Make short work of dealing with thrall. Now, something though I do have to say is that opening shot bonus is definitely going to be really nice to deal with barriers. It's also going to be really handy if you want to take your said scout into PvP. So there you go. Alright. It's not a lightweight frame, so you're not going to get like any real speed bonus out of it. So that's something as well to keep in mind. Also, perks I would recommend is, say, a full auto trigger system, explosive rounds for more damage up against the barrier champion shields. High cal rounds as well to kind of stun them a little bit once they pop out of their shields. Sorry about that. Jesus, I am just coughing like crazy today. But as you're seeing though, this thing does hit pretty hard. He was making me angry. Alright, now with the Scholar, if you can't get in trials, always check Xur. Please, always check Xur. That's why I put the source there for you. Okay. Also, it's actually really easy to flow with, especially with the handling masterwork. That's one I would go with, is either handling or reload speed or stability. Because if you get one with stability, you're going to have a nail driver. Alright, it's also really good for dispatching exploders. Like these guys right here. Pop, pop, and to deal with this big guy right here, he was not happy with me. Alright. Deal with him. And we're gonna just go pop. Deal with those guys real quick. Deal with him. And it's really easy to switch between targets. That's one thing I really like about this. Alright. Now, I do have something I do want to say though. Okay. I was going to include the one from the Throne World. That would have been number 5. But I was a derp and dismantled it. Alright. I wanted to get a good one to show you guys, but I couldn't get one. I am so sorry. Once I get one I really like, I think would be good, I will show you guys, okay? And we'll do a full-on review for it, alright? As always, guys, keep your guns loaded, keep your ghosts by your side. Y'all become legend, and go give them hell and the grandmasters when they come out. Y'all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.
Like and click those 2 links. And subscribe.